Hello, this video is an update to a new grading piece that is added into Harmonize discussions recently. And it will allow you to actually type in feedback in addition to grading. So the first thing you want to do is to actually create your Harmonize discussion. So you would do that in the content area. You would go to content, add existing activities, and Harmonize. And then you would want to choose to create a discussion post. And we're going to create a new one here, and we'll give it a name. And we want to make sure to choose that it's going to be graded, because this is going to be one that is going to create, when you choose this, it's going to automatically create a grade in the gradebook for you, and automatically connect those in. So what you don't want to do is go out there and actually create your own grade items for these discussions and then try to link them, which is what you normally do in a regular D2L discussion. In this case, since it is a integration, it's going to create it itself. You just want to make sure it says graded, and then whatever the highest points the student can make on the particular discussion. Next, you want to come beside the name of the post, and you want to edit properties in place, and you want to put dates and restrictions. So you want to put a start date or an end date, or maybe just an end date. So let's say that the due date on this particular discussion is on the 9th, so I'll update that. Then after you click on it, you'll be able to continue to set up the discussion post, and there'll be a couple of important things that you want to do here. So if it doesn't take you to the editing page immediately, you can just choose edit, and it will take you to the area with these different tabs to set up the rest of the discussion. So first of all, you want to add your instructions. And then you want to edit your post settings. This is where you can hide the post so that the person has to post their original post before they can see others and reply to comments. And so that's often what a lot of professors will choose. You can choose it to send it through, turn it in if you want to. You want to make sure that engagement insights is selected so that you can get some data on the back end. And then you can move on to milestones and auto grading. So to add your milestones, these are your due dates. So in this particular situation, I want to turn auto grading off because I don't want it to automatically give the students the grade based upon what they've posted. So in this case, if I made the requirement, you must post 1 original and 2 replies, if the student did that, it automatically gives them the points. It doesn't evaluate the quality of the post. So in this case, I really want to evaluate the quality myself and type in the grades, so I'm not going to choose to turn this on. But for my original post, the due date is the 9th that I just set earlier, so maybe I want the original post due 1 day before on the 8th, and my original post is going to be called a post. And then I'm going to add another milestone. And then after that, I would want 2 comments, and then due on the 9th. So down here below, I can check. I'm going to end up having 1 original post and 2 comments. And notice I have them due on 2 separate dates, which is what Harmonize will allow you to do. I don't really need to use a student facilitator. That is if you're having like a student leader in the discussion. So I'll save and close, and now this discussion is ready to be posted in. So you can see I have my original post due on a certain day, my replies due on a certain day, and then this is where you will see the students' postings coming through. Alright, now that some people have posted in this discussion, let's go through the grading aspect that has changed a little bit. So if I scroll down below, I can see the actual posts themselves, but to do my grading, I'm going to choose Grades and Activities. And then from here, I'll just be able to see what someone has posted. I'll be able to see how many comments they've received. But let's scroll through and find someone who actually posted, because these people did not participate in the activity. But let's find someone who did. So in this case, I can see that this sample student posted their 1 original, but they have not posted their 2 comments. And since this due date has not passed yet, it's still open to them. So they still have time to go in there and post it. Once this due date has passed, this will turn red to let me know that they actually did miss the deadline. Here I can see that they have one post and one comment made. One person has responded to them, and they have reviewed 50% of the posts in that particular discussion, which really there's only two, so they reviewed 1 out of 2, so not that many. But this will let you see the percentage of what they viewed, how many people have responded to them, and how many they have created and responded to themselves. So the new part is that you can type in the grade here, which that particular part was already in place. But you can now add an instructor comment. So before you could only type in the grade itself to get pushed to the D2L gradebook, but this is where you're going to add the instructor comment. And this, by clicking on this, you're going to get a little pop-up box and you can type in your particular feedback there and update that comment. So now they have a numeric grade and an actual comment, and when you submit next, that's going to push the grade and the comment into the D2L gradebook for you. So this is very important that you grade this way, because if you are using the Harmonize Insights and Analytics, which is giving you data as to how your students are performing in comparison to each other and in comparison over time, the numeric grades are going to be coming from this page. If you open another tab and you grade in the actual D2L gradebook, those grades are not coming back over to Harmonize. So the process for the integration is when you grade here in Harmonize, it does push to the D2L gradebook. If you grade in the D2L gradebook, it does not push right here into Harmonize for you. So in order for your Insight Analytics to be up to date and correct, to give you the correct data and trends on your student, you need to make sure that you're doing your grading here, which you should be able to do now because you'll have a number, you'll be able to put in a numeric grade and your feedback, and this will automatically get pushed to the D2L gradebook. So let's check and see how this looks in the D2L gradebook now. So if I go into the D2L gradebook and I go to the Intergrades area, I can see that a introduction post column, a grade item was auto created. Remember that when you choose to have a graded harmonized discussion when you're setting it up, that automatically pushes it into the D2L gradebook for you. And so that's going to be super important that you not create your own and try to link them together. Just let Harmonize create it for you. And it dropped in the grade as we expected. And if I edit this, I'll be able to see that that comment also came over. So I'm actually going to come in and choose to grade it. Intergrades. So I wouldn't want to grade this way and actually type in the grades, because remember that these grades are not going to transfer over into Harmonize. I want to grade the way I showed you a minute ago, actually in Harmonize. But notice that the grade and the feedback does come over into the D2L gradebook. So it does sync over, but you want to make sure to do your grading actually in Harmonize and not here, so that your Insight Analytics will be up to date and correct.